What's up, Inky Boy here, and with everything pointing towards a release of Scum's update 0.5 very soon, I felt like this was the time to give my take on the upcoming features of patch 0.5. And if you follow the development of Scum, you know that this next update will be the biggest they have dropped to date, and it will make Scum the top contender for the hardcore survival genre. So if you're not hyped for update 0.5, well, I am here to make sure you are. Your little ding-dongs will be as hard as they can get by the end of this video. And speaking of hard ding-dongs, if at any point you find this video fun or helpful, hit that thumbs up and leave a comment below, and let's get right into what makes Scum's 0.5 update a game changer. First off, of course, we need to speak of the massive map update, basically doubling Scum's map size, going from a 4x4 sector grid to a 5x5 sector grid, making it a whopping 225 square kilometers. We will have 5 new coast sectors to the south and 4 new inland sectors to the east. The new coastal sectors will feature islands of all sizes and 4 bridges to connect the mainland to the new, bigger island. Of course, this map expansion will come with a multitude of new POIs, towns, villages, and things to discover. For new POIs, we are looking at the Notel Resort, Cargo Port, Marshalling Yard, Torpedo Factory, Junkyard, Brick Factory, Racetrack, Trailer Campground, Hospital, Shipyard, and like I said, just a bunch of other smaller places to find on the new map. Also, not only will we have a bigger map, but the already existing map will have changes, updates, and improvements. Now let's talk about some visual improvements we will see. Although the bulk of the visual improvements is planned for update 0.6, we will get a few things added in 0.5, such as new water simulation and skyboxes. Also, we will see improved game streaming, not as in Twitch streaming, but how fast world elements are shown to you on screen. If you've been in the big city, you know this is an issue right now, and 0.5 should fix it, as shown in this small clip. Do not mind the quality of the video. What this video shows is there is no noticeable loading over distance of the elements, and there doesn't seem to be any frame drops, which is not what we are experiencing right now in game. The next big thing in 0.5 will be the metabolism update. The first thing you will notice is an improvement to the BCU monitor UI, with stats being laid out in a more manageable manner and health showing you 3 layers of information: the bones, your muscles, and organs. You will be able to quickly diagnose health problems and select the proper treatment for your illness directly from the health tab. So managing and monitoring your character's evolution and health will be much easier and enjoyable. But the metabolism system isn't only getting a cosmetic overhaul, this system will be fully implemented in game, meaning you will now be able to improve your core stats such as strength, intelligence, dexterity, which isn't possible right now. The actions you perform, exercising, the food you eat, and pretty much anything you do will impact your stats. And the goal for the metabolism system is to be as close to reality as possible. Eating healthy, exercising, resting, and not consuming toxic products will be greatly beneficial. Eating junk, not exercising, and things such as tobacco and alcohol will be a detriment to your character's progression. And there is just a bunch of details in the metabolism system that I would rather wait for the actual patch notes to talk about, but just to give you an example of the depth of the system, 3 types of muscle are simulated, with every muscle group being affected by your actions, the food you eat, the exercise you make. Then in return, these muscle groups will be a modifier for all the actions you take in game, and that is like 1% of the system. Also, your metabolism stats will now greatly influence your character's physical appearance in game. It already does, but now the changes in your character should be even more noticeable. Also, one key metric, hydration, will be changed in 0.5. I won't go into too much details here, but water will become a much more precious resource, and chugging 4 gallons of water to rehydrate won't work anymore, just like you wouldn't chug 4 gallons of water in real life. So these are the 3 big things for Scum Update 0.5. A massive map expansion, the new metabolism system, and some visual and performance improvements. But of course, with these key elements comes also a bunch of other smaller features. These are planned for 0.5. Will they make it in the patch? Only the patch note will tell, but if they don't make it in 0.5, they likely will be implemented in upcoming patches not too long afterwards. Of course, a big one will be the addition of boats, a much needed new way of transportation around the island, especially with the new map expansion and all the waterways and islands that will be added. There will be different tiers of boats to get your hands on, such as craftable rafts and motorized boats you can find. We can expect these to work work the same way cars do, so you'll need fuel, maintenance, you'll be able to log them, and having storage compartments. Another big feature being added is fishing. There will be a few types of rods. You will be able to take the rods apart for easier storage. There will be a multitude of types of fishes for us anglers out there. Also, fishing won't be as easy as simply finding a body of water. Location, time of day, and type of bait will greatly impact your fishing success. As an avid fisherman myself, I'm really looking forward to this one. Not only will this add a new thing to do in game, but it will also be a new source of food, which is always good in survival games. In the same vein as fishing, sharks should also be implemented in update 0.5. Diving for loot in shipwrecks just got a lot more dangerous since these sharks will be hostile towards players. Also, it will be important to not go overboard on your newly improvised rafts. Also, you can now push that squaddy that's always stealing your ammo off your boat when at sea. Something that has been hinted to, but I'm not sure is planned for 0.5, is the ability to carry items in our hands, such as bags and chests. Right now, you can drag them with the mouse on screen, but that is more cheese than gameplay, and being able to carry heavier container in your hands would really add to the game, in my opinion anyways. Another thing that might be added in 0.5 are the new and updated mechs. Now, of course, this means POIs and bunkers most likely will be harder to loot, and I'm all down for loot being harder to get. This is a survival game. Gear should be hard to get. Another addition might be the bomb suits. They will add protection against explosion at the cost of dexterity, vision, and possibly what type of weapon you can use. This will come useful for kill boxes where you have to defuse a bomb to be able to loot it. Of course, having a bomb suit would save your life in case you fail and detonate the C4. Frogs will be added, most likely as a food source, but I would like to see them also be a source of poison for poison craftables, such as arrows, bolts, or spear tips. And of course, the more small animals get added, the more food source we get, and the more alive the world will feel, which is awesome. One thing they've been working on is updating the loot table and classification of items. This will allow a better control on what spawns where and at what rate. This will allow for the possibility to make some high-end gear extremely rare and scarce. Another thing that might be in patch 0.5 is an automatic improvised crossbow. And again, the more options we have, the more things we get, the happier I am. And that is some of the things you can look forward to for Scum's update 0.5. Of course, there will be much more than this. The patch note will be extensive. This is their biggest update to date, and I cannot wait for this to drop, which should be any day now since there will be no more updates until 0.5 releases. Scum is truly an incredible survival game. The team behind it are working very hard to make it top of its genre. They are in touch with the community, and I cannot wait for this game to blow up, and it definitely isn't a question of if, but a question of when. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more, please take the time to subscribe, like this video, comment below, and share. Again, thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and I will see you in the next one.